Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger. How are you guys doing? I'm doing very fine here. This is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand, and yeah, we have the main deck. So we are most probably gonna make this guy the focus of our team here and our entire strategy. Don't know too much about what more I want to say here. This guy is great. He is a key ingredient in a wetland tuck engine that gets you a lot of points. He and the mutes one are two of the best cards for that together with this guy, and he is great in that he gives us the option of going heavy tuck while also giving us some food throughout the game that we can use to play other birds, and that's a very nice thing about him. Now we do need maybe another way to gain food. We do need decent ways to gain more eggs, or at least we are going to need to, if we are going to fill out the entire habitat, we are going to need some eggs over the course of the game. But yeah, don't love any of the other stuff to go together with him, so I don't think we're gonna take something else here. Let's see, nest box builder or fishery manager. I don't really think that we are in a world where we are gonna do either of these, but we might play two birds that eat fish. But because it's the Odin's Gull. If we get the Odin's Gull, then we are half the way there. And yeah, there are a few birds we might want to consider to play there, but I think it's very unlikely we get 4 birds or 3 more birds with the nest box that we want to consider playing here. So let's take stuff here. Take the food here that are not grains, since we're getting grains from the main deck. Is there anything else we want to consider picking up here? I mean, the common chaffinch also does the same thing as the main deck and allows you to get a lot of tucks in a short amount of time, but we already have this guy. We could, in theory, pick up the canvas back here, as it is a way to gain more cards faster, which we really want, since the main deck is card hungry, and we really want to find our combo pieces fast. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. We aren't picking any of the other birds here, so let's just get this guy on board here. The question is, if we pick up this guy, do we pick it up before or after playing the main deck? And I think we play the main deck first. We want to get that guy out there, and we do not want to spend the nectar here. I think we keep that nectar. We keep that nectar at hand because we most probably want to. We are going to get chances to play it down the line if we don't want to. Spend it now, and there is. We are most probably only playing a single bird here, and a single bird here at most. So we only have one bird play to spend to put the nectars into here. We can, of course, spend the nectar to lay eggs down the line if really necessary. So yeah, let's see here. Meadow lark. Yes, okay, that's actually a perfect card for us to pick up here, because we are gonna need additional eggs, and playing this guy with the nectar is gonna make it a lot easier for us to lay more eggs at the same time. So we could go here, spend the card to lay eggs. That way we gain 2 eggs this turn. Then we have to do that 2 more times to gain the 6 eggs we needed to fill the habitat. Or we could play this guy, activate him now, and also activate him one more time after we have done more stuff, and that way we have gained some more points, we gain some more efficiency, and we might even gain some more eggs along the road. So it's the same amount. If you can have, if you're building a full habitat in wetlands, if you get the chance to play a somewhat cheap bird that lays additional eggs, you are not spending additional actions doing that, so it's totally fine to do so. I hope that made sense. It makes sense, at least inside my head. And yeah, we can't activate, we can't build the canvas back before we've had that thing. Oh, we should have picked up the golden head as a stola. That way we could have played that into this thing. Then we would have gotten and done that the same turn. Then we could have taken 2 eggs and gotten 2 more eggs out of the meadowlark. That's we should have thought about that while we were talking about that. It's a shame that we didn't, but everybody is gonna have to do mistakes to learn from them. Okay. Then we need to do the eggs that we were talking about, put the eggs into the main duct. We are gonna need them there at some point sooner or later. And now we are having 3 eggs. We use something to play the canvas back, and ooh, we get the 3-count Raggis Bird of Paradise. Not gonna. Ooh, some new cards there. Don't care about those. We are not gonna play this guy. It's expensive and doesn't really do anything we want it to do. We have a very limited amount of food available to us. We most certainly want it to be spent playing birds here, rather than to play 3 fruit cost birds to go in a habitat we aren't building up. Yeah. Okay, let's see what you get. You get a California quail. It's a little bit too late for that. Do we care about keeping some of these cards around? Let's keep 1 additional card here. That way we can activate down here, get more grains without having to spend the cards we draw in case they are really good. So Black Woodpecker, okay. We don't need a ridiculous amount of them kept at bay though. Glad we are picking up this guy and not the opponent. So we are when you are building a single habitat engine and you are looking for those cards, you are very much risking losing out on all of the round angles. But here we are really lucky that we have gotten some eggs into the main duct. We have some bird. We don't have birds already played here for that thing. So yeah. But these 2 rounding goals we already have on board, and the first rounding goal is low scoring. So if the opponent gets it and you don't get it, it's only a 4-point difference, which is a real difference. But if the opponent gets the round 4 goal and you are not on board for that, then it's a 7-point difference. So if both are on board, it's only a 3-point difference, but for all of the rounding goals. But these ones are more important than the first one. Let's pick up the American Coot. It's gonna give us additional points every time we activate the engine, and it is played with the stuff we get for free from the main duck here. So I'm gonna take these 3 cards. So we are now starting to get most of the cards we are looking for. I'd be delighted if we found something to fit the engine that either repeated the main duck, like a catbird or a mockingbird, or I'd also love to find either of the birds that let you tuck and draw cards that are worth more than 4 points. Common chaff. That's something we have to do a proper think on here. So the main drawback of the canvas pack we have played here is that is that it only draws us cards, and we need... so currently, when we fill out the habitat, we are drawing 4 cards a turn. And the main duck is only tucking 3 of those cards, so we are gaining cards every turn here. The canvas pack also makes us draw an additional cards. We're drawing 5 cards we are drawing 5 cards more than we are tucking and cycling within a single bird. So we have 2 to spare. So the common shift shaft can always give us 2 more points like that. So this is basically the same effect as a repeater bird. It also lets us look out for the opportunity to find any bird that wants us to draw 2 cards and discard 1 at the end of the game, or give 1 card to the opponent. So that makes this guy even better. So I think we very much like to maybe play the common shift shaft here, as it is going to help us tuck some more cards. Yeah, I don't think there are other birds that are only costing a single food that lets us get two or more points every time. So happy to pick you up. Also gonna push eggs into the correct nest types here. So we need specifically the most amount of eggs possible in the wetlands, and eggs in these nest types, which the stars also count for. So we're gonna put the common shift shaft in here, and gonna eat an egg from you and an egg from you to still maximize the amount of stuff for this. And then it's also a discussion whether or not we maybe want to pick up the kelp gull. If the opponent has any bird that wants to give us food every now and then this guy becomes a way to change additional food into cards. And we already have the main duck giving us more grains, so this guy would be able to cycle these grains into itself for more cards and help us up here now rather than later. So it's a thing we could consider. There's also 1 more bird for the fishery manager bird that would give us some more points. And hello there, Eastern Imperial Eagle. Should we play the Eastern Imperial Eagle? Often the answer to that is yes, you should, but not always. And let me emphasize a little bit on that. So when we have this engine fully on board, we are drawing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards here. So we can draw and tuck 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy draws. We're drawing 6 cards, gaining a grain, and we are tucking 6 cards. We are always gaining 6 points. Having to save up 3 cards so we can play the Eastern Imperial Eagle makes that engine gain 3 less points the turn from before. So on that regard, this guy is only a 7-pointer. Now for us specifically, we are actually maybe in the realms of wanting to play him, because it would also mean that we are at least getting 4 points from the last round end goal, and that is also a good thing. Now, but we maybe we have the final piece for our thing here. Canada Goose is the perfect combo piece together with the main duck, because he eats the grains that the main duck produce and give us 2 tucks from that. And yeah, we are very happy about that. So yeah, we are definitely picking that guy. We have enough eggs for him, we already have enough food for him, so this is just an easy correct thing to do here. It's a shame we are gonna lose out on this round and goal here if we are doing this, but it might not be that extreme as it looks. Let's just think here. So if we have the cards to play this guy, blah, 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 and then go here, then we can, in theory, get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-point action. That maybe bridges a gap here. So it's a 5 that also gives us 3 less compared to the opponent. So that's something we could be doing, but I don't know that we want to be doing that, because we also have the option to tuck 2 cards here, tuck 1, 2 cards here, tuck a card here, so that's 2, 4, 5, draw another card, 6, 7, 8 points a turn. We have 8 point a turn action here. So we would have to go out of our way to do stuff with this guy, and maybe get 8 points this way too, or we can just get guaranteed 8 points here. Then again, we are also getting on board for the round angle there, so that's also a thing to keep in mind. Maybe it's correct to do so. Yada yada yada. Let's do that. Check another card. Draw another card. There. That was swallow. That's not the correct thing to do. Okay, let's do this. So just because we need specifically a 7-pointer card or a larger than 4-point card to get these 4 points from here, actually playing this guide for tucked cards rather than to tuck these cards here is worth it this time. I hope that makes sense, and my explanation was not misguided. And we also want to do this before the round and stuff, so we can also gain the additional eggs, since we want to try to make this happen. We can afford to spend that grain because we're still gonna have the correct amount or enough grains for this to matter. And yeah, let's just do this, I think, and then we can lay eggs here. And yeah, now I think there is nothing that can make me not just go and tuck the almost maximum amount of cards here, because we are getting a really powerful engine running around here. Okay, we at least got some eggs, but yeah, that's not the best thing in the world. But we are online for the final one, so that's fine. We are currently at 83 points, but I think that's gonna become higher by a lot pretty soon. So 5 turns, and we are drawing some cards for the turn, and we are firstly tucking 2 points. 1, 2. Then we get 2 more points, that's 4. This is 5. Then it's just drawing a card, 5, and 6, 7, 8. So we are getting 5 turns worth of 8 points, so that's 40 more points. We should at least get 123 points here. So that's pretty great. Okay, and derp. So yeah, the great thing about having engines where you can tuck more cards than you are normally drawing every turn. These birds that are basic, only draws you cards and don't give you points themselves, they are actually giving you a point a tick each, which is usually you kind of want to have these cards in your deck that tuck and draw stuff, but main deck and chip chaff help you very much to also tuck all the excess cards you draw. And there's the Sandhill Crane as well, want to join in on the fun. And yeah, if you don't get a Canada Goose or a Sandhill Crane or something that can eat your food, Australian Raven is also a nice way to spend the additional food you get from the main deck to be worth stuff. And yeah, I think this game here turned out to be pretty decent. And there's no particular reason that I prefer to tuck the max amount of cards to the main deck rather than to the shift chef. It's just that I don't want to over tuck so that we don't have cards to tuck to the American Coot. So just holding myself back a little bit there. Noisy Miner, Puffin, Black-Headed Gull. Let's do 2 more here, tuck these. Check that, and let's do a slight assessment. Did we go wrong with the bonus card choice? We did not get any of the cards for Fisher Manager, but we got 1, 2. Yeah, we only got 2 cards for the Nest Box card as well. So it wouldn't have mattered that we either bonus card as long as we went for that strategy. And when you open your main deck, you pretty much want to go for such a strategy. And it also turns out that the spending the nectar in the grasslands was also the correct thing to do. Okay, let's look at the birds here. 24 points from Bird Split. That's not a lot at all, but you kind of expect to have a low score there when you are doing such a tucking strategy. But we have a lot of tucked cards and should shoot past the opponent here with our... How many tucked cards do we have? 86 tucked cards. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And we have 128 points. Yeah, that's precisely where we want to be. That's 10 points above my channel average here, and happy about that. So what went right? What went wrong? What should we have done differently? Main deck opening hand is of course a very correct thing to do. You want to do that every time you can, and I don't think that, given how this game turned out, I'm regretting this at all. We didn't have any decent other options. We had 3 white cards for the grasslands, which isn't really that interesting, and we had that Shriek Thrush or something to put in the forest. I don't think that those would have benefited us a lot either. Picking up the canvas back, it's a little bit risky to do stuff like this, because we know that we are drawing 5. If we fill out the habitat with other tuck draw birds, we are getting 3, 4, 5, 6 points a turn, which is not too bad, but it's not the greatest engine. But the canvas back really helps us to look for more of those things. It also Star Nest that helped us out getting eggs from the West End Meadowlark, so that also came into my decision a little bit, which also should in theory help us out with this thing, but the opponent just had way too many birds for that themselves. But it's risky to play these guys into an engine, because they aren't activating for points for yourself. But if you hit any of the cards that help you do it, they are gonna get that point back. And the cards that do that is the Common Shift Shaft, which we got. It's either of the repeater birds, so that's 3 of them. And you can also hit the Mute Swan, which would have helped a lot. And there are also other birds that tuck cards and don't give cards back. So I think there are like 4, 5, 6 birds you want to draw. That makes these guys not lose you efficiency. But we lucked out and got the Shift Shaft, and yeah, this guy basically made it so that we could tuck 2 more cards every time. I'm pretty sure I tucked behind him every time, so I think we activated him like 10 times, which means that this guy added 20 points to our total deck here, which is pretty nice. Anyway, also hitting the Canada Goose was pretty lucky. You want to see the Canada Goose, the Sandhill Crane, or any of the last 3rd bird that has the same effect here when you have the main deck, and we were lucky and did that. So that's just great. And with that, I think I will say thank you guys for watching. I really enjoy putting out these videos, and it seems like people are enjoying to see them, so that makes me happy at least. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Harbinger. We have been playing Wingspan at Steam, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!